Here is an AFN News Update for your Thursday. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Russian President Vladimir Putin today presided over a closing session of a summit of the BRICS bloc of developing economies, hailing its role as a counterbalance to the West. The three-day summit in the city of Kazan covered the deepening of financial cooperation, including the development of alternatives to Western-dominated payment systems. It also focused on settling regional conflicts and moving to expand the BRICS group of countries. The alliance that initially included Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa has expanded to embrace Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Malaysia have formally applied to become members, and several other countries have expressed interest in joining. Speaking during today's session, which included countries that consider joining the grouping, Putin said they all, quote, share similar aspirations and values of a vision of new democratic global order. Several people who identified themselves as non-citizens voted in a past election or registered to vote despite being ineligible to do so. Iowa's top election official said this with just 2 weeks to go until 2024 ballots will be tallied. Elections officials compared the state's 2.3 million registered voters to a list of people who self-reported as non-citizens to the Iowa Department of Transportation. This was according to Ashley Hunt Esquivel, spokesperson for Secretary of State Paul Pate. Pate released a statement Tuesday detailing that his office found 87 people who identified themselves to the DOT as non-citizens, but previously voted. An additional 67 people said they're not citizens, but previously registered to vote. The editorial's editor of the Los Angeles Times has resigned after the newspaper's owner blocked the editorial board's plans to endorse Democratic VP Kamala Harris for president. A journalism and trade publication reported this on Wednesday. Mariel Garza told the Columbia Journalism Review in an interview that she resigned because the Times was remaining silent on the contest in, quote, dangerous times. In a post on the social media platform X that did not directly mention the resignation, LA Times owner Patrick Soon-Shiong said the board was asked to do a factual analysis of the policies of Harris and Republican former President Donald Trump during their time at the White House. Boeing factory workers voted against the company's latest contract offer and remain on the picket lines 6 weeks into a strike that has stopped production of the aerospace giant's best-selling jetliners. Local union leaders in Seattle said 64% of members of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, who cast ballots Wednesday, voted against accepting the contract offer. A spokesperson for Boeing said officials did not have a comment on the vote. That'll do it for this AFN News Update. Much more news from a Christian perspective is available on afn.net. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Bronson Woodruff.